Hello guys and welcome back to another DC review by me, the Doc 11th. So today we are reviewing the Batman action figure from the Batman Arkham Knight video game. The video game's very good. I do have it for the PlayStation 4, but Amber nicked it. Yeah, so I'm just going to go over the packaging and then we'll get on with the figure. So, it's basic DC collectibles packaging, but with different colours. So, you've got some sort of like Batman armour type details, etc. You got the Batman Arkham Knight logo on there. You got the product information stuff. The DC collectibles, picture of Batman that looks like he's being rendered. Batman Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight. The figures you can get in this set, you get Batman, Arkham Knight, Scarecrow and Harley Quinn. Now Harley Quinn looks pretty cool, but I'm a bit 50-50 about it. And then there is a big Batman logo up at the top there, and there it says Batman on the side. On the bottom's just stuff, and on the top you've got Batman's chest and his moves. So yeah, let's open the figure and review it. Okay, so now the figure's out of the packaging, we're going to go over the figure's detail. So firstly, oh, he falls over. Yeah. So, firstly, looking at his face, you can see that he's got nice white eyes and off skin tone on his face, I think, and there's no beard, but I guess that's kind of accurate to the game, I think, but I haven't played it in a while. He's got very red lips, which looks like he's got lipstick on, so I don't really like the lips, but they're alright. And then going down, you've got some nice armour, which is on, obviously, his chest and the Batman logo. You've got some sort of shoulder pads that makes his suit look like tech upgraded and stuff, which is really cool, and he does have a lot of tech in the video game. Moving down, you've got his abs, which are very nice and detailed, really, because this is probably the most detailed Batman suit I've actually seen, especially from one of the video games. On the arms, you can see that he's got like some sort of technology on his, well, whatever the wrist thing is, but his gauntlet type thing, and then obviously sort of metal on his knuckles. Then obviously it's Batman, so he has to have his utility belt with his utilities, because he's Batman. And then going down, you've got some grey sort of stone looking pants, which I guess allows him to blend in at night. Batman's always been grey, I guess, with black. And then you've got some like stuff that looks like he's reinforced, and yeah. And then you've got some military style sort of futuristic boots that kind of look like they've got a face in them, but I don't have that disease that makes me see faces and everything. His boots are very well done, actually. I do like them a lot. I think the shininess and the detail on them's actually very good for a Batman figure of 7-inch, I think it is. Just to show you the shoulder pads in detail, I don't know how well you'll be able to see them, but you can see there is some sort of like design on them which makes it look like hard sort of military style stuff. Obviously his necks and his cape is joined on. Actually, looking at his cape, you can see that it's made of rubber, but it does look like it can take a good beating from the rain. I do like the details, and on the bottom it's very sort of jagged like Batman would, and it kind of trails along the floor when Batman actually stands up, like it does in the video game. So, let's move on to articulation. Okay, so on to articulation. His head moves slightly, but it doesn't move too much. His arm does 360, but it kind of does get hinged by the shoulder pad, so I wouldn't recommend it. His arm can come out a little bit, but not much because it's hinged by the shoulder pad. He has slight bicep swivel. He has 90 at the elbow, but I think it's double jointed. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to force it, but yeah, the other arm, there we go, it is double jointed, so that's really cool. He has 360 at the wrist and hand pivot up and down too, so that's really cool. Moving down, he has, it doesn't have an ab crunch actually, normally they do, but that's mainly the DC Multiverse ones, but I think there's some kind of ab crunch, but there's not much there, just slightly, as you can see there. His waist swivels a little bit. His legs move forward and backwards, but they are kind of hinged by his utilities. His knee is double jointed, which is really cool. His legs are ball jointed, so they can swivel 360 if you put them out, so he can do a really good swing kick, and you can make him fight the Joker in style. His boots, they have ankle pivot and they move up and down. So that's the standard sort of articulation with a little bit extra because it's Batman. Batman's cool. So trying to stand him up's actually quite easy when you can do it, but obviously it won't work because it's on camera, so yeah. But just to compare him to other Batman figures, I've got the one that I used for something I can't remember. See, the mouth again. What is it with the Batman mouths? As you can see, he's not as he's like taller than this Batman, which I stood him next to the New 52 Batgirl I've got earlier, and he looks really tall next to her. So I guess it makes him look younger. And then comparing him to the 5-inch DC Lex Luthor Batman action figure, he's not that much shorter, but there's still quite a bit of size comparison, and obviously he towers over them all like Batman. Okay, so he does actually come with 3 accessories. He comes with the remote control Batarang, a swappable hand to hold the Batarang, and a grapple gun type thing, but I think it does more than grapple hook, but hey, what the hell. Whoa, that light didn't change there. Okay, you can tell my batteries are running out of my light. So just to look at the accessories in a bit more detail. As you can see, there is the Batarang here, and it's got a nice silver paint on the edge to show the blade, which I think if this was an actual Batarang, it would really hurt and could possibly slice your head off. I love the fact that it looks like it's been folded open. Personally, I'd like it if it came with like a separate one that was closed as well, so that you could stop motion animate it sort of opening, which would be really cool. But yeah, other than that, it's a really good detail to see it's so small. I do like it, and it does fit well with this hand, and it just slots in there like that, and it's like whoosh. Yeah, actually looking at the hand, it's just got a peg hole which you can easily slot in, which I will slot in later. It's got the knuckle dusters like on the other hand. I'm not sure which hand it's for. I think it's the right hand. But yeah, it's very good details for such a small thing, and obviously I'm sure it will just go in easily, but it does hold the Batarang very well. And then finally, the final piece that it comes with is this. It's some sort of grapple gun. You can tell it's a grapple gun because you can see that this is where it'd hook on and thing in. There's obviously where his fingers go through and he holds it. But the detail on it's quite good, to be honest, to see it's so small. And they always are with the DC action figure accessories, really. They're always very detailed, and I do enjoy them, and they do look good with the figure. I do like the way that that kind of looks like a bat, but it's not actually a bat. So yeah. So yeah, that's all the accessories he comes with. I'm just going to switch his hand over and show you what they look like, what that hand looks like when he's holding it. So as you can see, he's here holding the Batarang in his hand really coolly, and it does look awesome when he holds it. The sad thing is you can't really make him hold the grapple gun and the Batarang at the same time, because this is actually the hand that I took off, which is his other right hand, which holds the grapple gun. So there you have it. He's now had his hand switched over again back to his original, and now you can see him holding the grapple gun. I guess if you really wanted, you could put the Batarang in this hand, but it doesn't really fit that well, and it falls out quite easily. But really, you can fit it in, just kind of, but I'm not going to attempt it. But other than that, this is a really great figure, and it's good for its money. It was £20.99 on Amazon, so 21 quid on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. Thanks for watching. I've been the Doc 11th, and I'll see you in my next review. God knows what it'll be. It may be something to do with arrows, who knows. Thanks for watching. I've been the Doc 11th, and don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. Bye for now, guys. Goodbye.